Chairwoman Napolitano, Ranking Member Westerman, and all distinguished members of this committee. Thank you for the opportunity to be here today. I've been the Assistant Secretary of the Army for Civil Works for 15 months, and my goals today are the same as they were when I started. Focus on outcomes, expedite the process, and move dirt, making the best use of all available funds. Since last year, I've had the pleasure to meet with many of you to discuss your views on the Army Civil Works program. Your input is appreciated, and I remain committed to working with each of you. The fiscal year 2020 budget provides $4.8 billion for the Corps, focusing on investments that will yield high economic and environmental returns or addresses a significant risk to public safety. This budget relies on a foundation of strong relationships between the Corps and local communities. It allows us to work together to help manage, develop, restore, and protect their water resources and infrastructure. The budget focuses on the three main mission areas of the Corps of Engineers: flood control, commercial navigation, and aquatic ecosystem restoration. The fiscal year 20 budget supports a Corps program that has a diverse set of tools and approaches to working with local communities, whether this means funding projects with our cost-sharing partners, providing planning assistance and technical expertise, or participating in the national and international conversations on how to best address our future water resource challenges. The budget helps improve our efforts on resiliency and sustainability. The budget also funds two new innovative programs in the construction account. One of them is the 1043 program. It's budgeted for $150 million, and that's where the Corps could transfer appropriated funds to a sponsor who decide to construct a project on their own. There's another one, the Innovative Funding Partnership Program, also funded at $150 million, to be used in conjunction with funds voluntarily provided by non-federal interest in excess of the non-federal cost share to accelerate completion of construction of specifically authorized projects. In addition, the budget proposed to extend the authorization for Section 1033 of Order 14 as amended, which under current law expired on June the 10th of this year. Since the enactment of the Water Resources Act of 18, the Chief of Engineers has issued a report with recommendations on 15 proposed water resource projects. I provided a detailed list of all those projects in my official statement that I've submitted to this committee. Since receiving my appointment to ASACW, I focused on how the Corps executes all available funds. This involves identifying needed investments and ensuring that we complete execution in a more cost-effective and efficient way. This approach will ensure better return on the taxpayers' investment and better the lives of Americans. Under my oversight and direction, and with the help of Lieutenant General Semonite and his team, such as General Spellman, the Corps is committed to improving the performance of the Civil Works program. The Corps also is using its engineering expertise and relationships with project partners and stakeholders to develop new approaches to address some of the most pressing water resource challenges facing our nation. And I'd like to say there that we're trying, I feel like the Corps got away from working with their partners. I'm talking about the local people on the ground that the district engineers work with regularly. And we're trying to get back to that. We're trying to invite our partners to meetings. We're trying to make them part of the process and the decisions that we make as a Corps of Engineers. And I feel that's very important. Improving performance and timely delivery of quality products continue to be one of my highest priorities. To that end, I have completed the guidance for all provisions of the Water Resource Development Act of 2018. And much to my distress, I discovered when I took this office in February of 2018, there was guidance outstanding due this committee from 14 and 16. I pledged to myself that after the Word of 18 was passed, we would not let that happen. I instructed my team to have all guidance out by April the 15th, and we did that with the exception of 2, but I'm proud to tell you today that all of our guidance has been submitted to the committee. I'm committed to ensuring that the United States Army Corps of Engineers continues to do what it does better than any other organization in the world: identify the best ways to manage, design, construct, restore, and protect water resources and its infrastructure. My goal is to achieve the highest economic, environmental, and public safety return for the nation, which will benefit all our citizens. Thank you for inviting me here today, and I look forward to taking any of your questions.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary. Major General Spellman, you are